from the Black Country. I don't think I noticed that, but you probably would have done. You know, those of you who don't know me. But anyway, I know I needn't to tell you that really. But, you see, a storyteller has to have somewhere to start a story. And that's where this story starts. I'm from the Black Country, but I quite often travel over into Shropshire to tell and to listen to stories. There's a big storytelling scene over there. And is that you thinking? Anyway, I've noticed something very strange happening in the years I've been going over there. And that is, some of the people are getting younger. Now, I don't mean them dressing up in, you know, young clothes or, you know, trying to look younger, you know, with exercise and things like that. I mean, I'm actually getting younger. Thank you. Now, I was quite pleased a few years ago to be invited to the Festival at the Edge, which is the big storytelling festival over at Wenlock. And I was invited over there to tell a few stories. Well, I know some of you go to festivals. I don't know if you like us. Whenever we go to a festival, usually we roll up on the Friday afternoon. And the first thing we do is get a programme. Then we put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, and we sit down with the programme and we go right the way through it, marking off everybody, every act and so on we're going to go and see. I don't know about you, but it's a bloody waste of time in my case because I'm easily led. I never seem to see anybody. But anyway, we'd done this and the festival kicked off good and proper. And, well, Pamela went straight for the music tent. So her didn't want to listen to stories. Her says has heard them all. I'm surprised really. Anyway, I thought I'll just pop into the beer tent. Now, I realise now that that was a mistake. Because I was still there at 11:30 when Pamela come to pick me up. Yeah, but in my defence, I've got to say this. In the beer tent, I met an old mate of mine, a guy named Ken. Now, Ken is not only a brilliant storyteller, but he's also a Shropshire farmer. Well, you get two storytellers together, and of course, one of you tells a story, and you have a drink. Then the other one tries to beat that story, and this is how we've been going on for about 2 hours. And then I thought, I'll ask him. So I asked him what was going on with all these people getting younger. And Ken told me his story. Now, Ken's the same age as me, so it was a long time ago. And you see, it all started as a usual morning. He got up that morning bright and early. In them days, he got dairy cattle. So he went off to milk them. Took him a few hours. And then he came back to the farmhouse to get his breakfast. And when he got back to the farmhouse, there was a goblin waiting for him. Now, I don't even know what a goblin is. Now, well, they ain't too tall. I wouldn't look at you. I have to be careful telling this story, you know. Some people get upset after they think I'm looking at them. They ain't too good looking. And sometimes they ain't too friendly. But in Shropshire they ain't. It's a different side of the family, I think. But anyway, Ken says to this goblin, he says, "What are you doing here?" He says, "Ken, I've come to discuss some business with you over breakfast." And Ken says, "Well, what do you have for breakfast?" He says, "The same as you. Bacon, sausage, eggs and plenty of toast." So the breakfast was prepared. And straight away the goblin got down to business. He says, "Ken, today you are 44 years and 22 days old. And that's your trip point." Now your trip point is when you're exactly halfway through your life. You can think, "Oh, that's all right, isn't it?" You know. And he says, "And being as you live in Shropshire, you're one lucky in every 5,000 that on your trip point you get to make a choice. You can carry on getting older and older. Or you can reverse the process and get younger and younger. And Ken said, well, that's a very interesting offer. But I'm going to need time to think about it. How long have I got? And the goblin says, till I've finished my breakfast. And he was a very hungry little goblin. Well, Ken started to think it through and he thought, this could be all right. You know, I could start drinking beer again without putting the weight on, you know. And, you know, great. And then he thought, oh, the football, I could start playing football again, because he was a promising footballer when he was younger, you know, he had a trial for Shrewsbury Town, and he thought, if I really put the practice in this time, I could even make the England squad. Right. And then there was the young ladies. Oh, Kenny loved the young ladies. That was until he met his wife, Edie. And he never looked at another woman again. And he thought, Edie, it just wouldn't be fair, you know. I'd be getting younger and younger, and she'd be getting older and older. Oh dear. And just then, the goblin popped the last bit of toast into his mouth. He says, Kenny, what's it to be? And Kenny said, well, I thought it over. And I've got to consider my lovely wife, Edie. So I'm going to say no. And the goblin said, well, fair enough, Kenny. You made your decision, and that can't be reversed. But you're right about one thing. Your wife, Edie, is a lovely lady. I had breakfast with her just a fortnight ago. So, if you're over there in Shropshire, Church Preen to be exact, and you see an old chap, and his wife looks young enough to be his daughter, that's probably my mate Kenny. Get him to tell you one of his lovely stories, because he's a much better storyteller.